On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Bakery.
A place where bread and other baked goods are made and sold.
Examples:
Run a bakery. Bakery industry. He worked at the bakery as a baker.
Unfortunately.
By bad luck, unluckily.
Examples:
Unfortunately caught in a shower. Even more unfortunately. The treatments were done, but, unfortunately, were unsuccessful.
Cartoon.
A simple drawing depicting a humorous or critical situation, often accompanied by a caption.
Examples:
Cartoon character. Cartoon industry. He spent his afternoon watching cartoon movies on TV.
Mermaid.
A mythical sea creature with the upper body of a human and the tail of a fish.
Examples:
Mermaid costume. Mermaid tale. The movie tells the enchanting tale of a young girl discovering a secret mermaid kingdom beneath the sea.
Illegal.
Not allowed by law.
Examples:
Illegal drugs. Child of illegal immigrants. The customs agents seized the illegal shipment.
Copyright.
The legal right to be the only person or organization who can reproduce, publish, and sell a particular piece of work.
Examples:
Artistic copyright. Copyright infringement. The company is taking legal action against those who have violated their copyright on the software.
Violation.
An action that breaches a law, rule, or agreement, an infringement of rights or duties.
Examples:
Violation law. Commit a traffic violation. The international community has widely condemned the violation of human rights.
Hassle.
Something inconvenient, annoying, or troublesome, a difficult or irritating experience or situation.
Examples:
Travel hassle. Hassle about money. Buying a new car involves a lot of hassle, negotiating prices, and trying to get a good deal.
Prefabricated.
Constructed or made in advance, often in sections or components, before being assembled on-site, manufactured or built in a factory rather than on-site.
Examples:
Prefabricated building. Prefabricated home. The new office building was constructed with prefabricated materials, which helped save time and money.
Congress.
A formal meeting of the representatives of different countries, constituent states, organizations, trade unions, political parties, or other groups.
Examples:
An international congress. Peace Congress. Congress must consider this proposal in an unusual situation.
Piracy.
The unauthorized use or reproduction of someone else's work, such as a book, song, or movie, the act of attacking or robbing ships at sea.
Examples:
Software piracy. Piracy on the high seas. Music piracy is a serious problem that negatively impacts the livelihoods of artists and the music industry.
Senate.
A legislative body, especially the upper house of a parliament.
Examples:
Senate hearing. Senate Finance Committee. The Senate Majority Leader announced plans to bring the bill to the floor for a vote.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
Economy of scale. Economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Creative.
Relating to or involving the use of skill and original and unusual ideas to create something.
Examples:
Creative writing. Barren of creative spirit. All the supervisor has to do is assign tasks that make his subordinates more creative.
Theft.
The act of taking anything from someone or somewhere unlawfully, stealing.
Examples:
Victim of identity theft. Theft of designs. Poverty is not a reproach, however, theft is.
Intellect.
The ability to think logically and comprehend information, especially at an advanced level.
Examples:
Enrich my intellect. Human intellect. Your intellect is capable of distinguishing among similar objects.
Property.
A thing or things that belong to someone.
Examples:
A man of property. Chemical property. He stood to inherit $1 million property.
Congressional.
Of or relating to Congress, especially to the Congress of the United States.
Examples:
Congressional approval. Suspend a congressional meeting. There was a congressional probe into the scandal.
Aid.
Things sent to help countries in need, notably food or money, support.
Examples:
Financial aid. Country-by-country aid programs. Pakistan's aid budget was still being reviewed.
Compliance.
The act of following rules or regulations, often willingly or voluntarily, the act of conforming to a set of standards or guidelines.
Examples:
compliance audit, regulatory compliance. Conservation groups praised the company's compliance with environmental regulations.
Propose:
to make a proposal, declare a plan for something.
Examples:
propose the amendment, propose changes. I want to propose a toast in honor of our long-standing relationship.
Identify:
to recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples:
identify handwriting, identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Substantially:
to a great extent or degree.
Examples:
the price went up substantially. The house was substantially built. The proportion of female engineers has substantially increased.
Infringe:
to violate or break a rule, law, or agreement, often by trespassing or infringing on someone else's rights or property.
Examples:
infringe a copyright, infringe on our property. The company promised not to infringe on any of its competitors' patents.
Specify:
to explain or state something clearly and exactly.
Examples:
specify a cause, specify an option. You can specify the font color by clicking the Color tab.
Domain:
a specific sphere of influence or control, a specific field of knowledge or expertise.
Examples:
domain of use, a dependent domain. The company's domain in the market was expanding to new territories.
Censorship:
the act or process of suppression or restriction of any portions of books, films, news, etc. that are judged obscene, politically unacceptable, or a threat to security.
Examples:
clear censorship by the Education Ministry. Form of censorship. Newspapers were subjected to censorship a few days later.
Browse:
to shop around in a leisurely and casual way, to look through a book, magazine, internet, etc., casually and randomly, without seeking anything in particular, of an animal, to feed on plants.
Examples:
browse a website, browse through the text. We browsed in a souvenir shop.
Threat:
a strong indication or likelihood of harm, danger, or adverse consequences, an expression of intent to inflict harm or injury on someone or something, often made as a means of coercion or intimidation.
Examples:
economic threat, environmental threat. The threat of severe weather prompted the city to issue an evacuation warning.
Accomplish.
To finish or achieve something successfully.
Examples:
Accomplish a goal. Accomplish military operations. Humankind took centuries to accomplish true democracy.
Pernicious.
Causing harm or destruction, often in a subtle or gradual way.
Examples:
Pernicious effect. Pernicious disease. The pernicious influence of the corrupt officials had a detrimental effect on the town.
SOP.
Something given or done as a concession or bribe to appease or pacify someone, a conciliatory or compromising gesture or act. Verb, to dip or soak something, usually food, in a liquid before eating it.
Examples:
Sop up the spilled drink. Political sop. The company gave its employees bonuses as a sop to distract them from the impending layoffs.
Legislation.
A law or a set of laws suggested and then passed by a parliament, or the act of making or enacting laws.
Examples:
Anti-terrorist legislation. Introduce legislation. Similar legislation had already been rejected by the parliament 4 times.
Draft.
A preliminary version of something that is not yet in its final form.
Examples:
A working draft. Write the first draft. During debates in the legislature, the draft of the law caused a lot of controversies.
Largely.
Virtually entirely, to a large degree.
Examples:
Largely accepted. Largely mitigate the issue. Nevada is largely a desert state.
Scarcity.
The state of being in short supply, a small and inadequate amount.
Examples:
Fuel scarcity. Scarcity of capital. Some research says that a relative decline in teacher salaries is causing labor scarcity.
Threshold.
The floor or ground that forms the bottom of a doorway and offers support when passing through a doorway, the smallest detectable sensation.
Examples:
The threshold between rooms. High pain threshold. She's on the threshold of adulthood.
Competitive.
Involving competition or competitiveness.
Examples:
A competitive price. Competitive position. The mobile application industry is a competitive one.
Difficulty.
A condition or state that causes problems.
Examples:
The degree of difficulty. Difficulty in breathing. He has difficulty exercising because of a back injury sustained in an accident.
License.
An official permission or authorization to do, use, or own something. A legal document that grants the holder the right to perform certain activities, such as driving a car, practicing a profession, or using a particular product or service.
Examples:
License renewal. Software license. Before driving, ensure you have a valid driver's license.
Barrel.
A large round container made of wood, metal, or plastic, with flat ends and, usually, curved sides, one of several units of volume.
Examples:
A barrel of beer. $30 a barrel. One rotten apple spoils the whole barrel.
Won't.
A custom, habit, or practice that is characteristic of a particular person or group, something that someone is accustomed to doing or experiencing.
Examples:
Won't behavior. Daily wont. It's his wont to take a long walk every morning before breakfast.
Erode.
To gradually wear away or break down rock, soil, or other material through the action of wind, water, or other natural agents, to gradually weaken or undermine something over time.
Examples:
Erode coast. Erode trust. The ongoing budget cuts have eroded the quality of education in many schools.
Digital.
Processing or storing information as a succession of 1 and 0 to show that a signal is present or missing, relating to the use of computer technology, especially the Internet.
Examples:
A digital watch. Digital electronic signature. Sensors convert physical phenomena into digital signals.
Analog.
Relating to or using signals or information represented by a continuous physical quantity, such as spatial position, voltage, etc.
Examples:
An analog watch. Digitization of analog sounds. Mercury thermometers are a type of analog sensor.
Cassette.
A small, rectangular plastic case containing magnetic tape used to record and play back audio or data on devices such as tape players or recorders. A pre-recorded tape containing music, speech, or other sound recordings.
Examples:
Cassette tape. Cassette player. I found an old cassette with my favorite songs from the 80s.
Tap.
To hit someone or something quickly, gently, and often repeatedly, to use existing resources such as energy, knowledge, etc.
Examples:
Tap a new market. Tap keyboard with an index finger. To expand the company, we must tap new human resources.
Humble.
Having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's quality or importance.
Examples:
A humble cottage. Humble opinion. the nobler, the more humble.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Astonished.
Extremely surprised and upset.
Examples:
Astonished at the success. Cast astonished eyes. She was astonished by the news and could hardly believe it.
Couch.
A piece of furniture made for sitting, usually with a back and armrests, designed to seat more than one person.
Examples:
Leather couch. A couch potato. I love to relax on the couch and watch movies on the weekends.
Consume.
To spend something, especially fuel, energy, or time, in a large amount.
Examples:
Consume a large of alcohol. Consume electricity. A smaller car will consume less fuel.
Freak.
An abnormality that is not typical or expected.
Examples:
A rock freak. Freak weather. The freak accident caused the car to flip over and land on its roof.
Jack.
A mechanical device used for lifting or supporting heavy objects.
Examples:
A jack of all trades. A line jack. He used a jack to lift the car to change the tire.
Lobby.
A large area inside the entrance of a public building where people can meet and wait. A group of people who try to persuade a politician, the government, or an official group to influence legislation.
Examples:
Lobby for legislation. A hotel lobby. That lobby group actively advocated environmental protection to the government.
Association.
A people or groups of people who have joined in a single organization together for a particular purpose, a social or business connection or relationship.
Examples:
Word associations. A scholarship association. His membership in the association provided him with numerous benefits.
Liken.
To compare something or someone to something or someone else, to emphasize similarity or likeness, to describe or represent something as being like something else in some way.
Examples:
Liken to a flower. Liken to a bird. Some people liken meditation to a mental shower, refreshing and rejuvenating the mind.
Ferocious.
Very fierce, savage, or cruel.
Examples:
Ferocious beast. Ferocious predator. The lion's ferocious roar could be heard from miles away.
Rip.
To tear something or be torn violently or suddenly.
Examples:
Rip a notebook apart. Rip a hole in the roof. During transit, the stuff may rip off the luggage tag.
Helpless.
Unable to take care of oneself or to do things without help.
Examples:
Helpless baby. Helpless victims. I feel so helpless without you.
Rhetoric.
Speech or writing intended to please or persuade someone, the art or study of using language effectively and persuasively in spoken or written form.
Examples:
The rhetoric of a debate. High-flown rhetoric. He was known for his powerful rhetoric and ability to persuade people with his words.
Industrious.
Hardworking, diligent, and persistent in effort.
Examples:
Industrious worker. Industrious student. He was known to be very industrious and would often work late into the night.
Beg.
To ask for something urgently or earnestly, to appeal to someone to do something.
Examples:
Beg the question. Beg for help. She begged her parents to let her go to the concert.
Insist.
To say something clearly or demand something forcefully, especially when other people disagree with or oppose what you say.
Examples:
Insist on a clear answer. Insist over and over. He insisted that she pay her debt to the last penny.
Mixtape.
A collection of songs, usually recorded onto a cassette tape or burned onto a CD, compiled by an individual rather than a record company, and often given to friends or acquaintances as a gift.
Examples:
Mixtape playlist. Summer mixtape. I made a mixtape of all my favorite songs to listen to on my long road trip.
Remix.
To compose a piece of media that has been altered or contorted from its original state by adding, removing, or changing elements of the item.
Examples:
Remix a couple of tracks. Remix the album. He remixed the tracks to give them a jazz feel.
Clarify.
To make something, such as a statement or situation, less confusing and more understandable.
Examples:
Clarify a goal. Clarify his feelings. The police tried to clarify the facts concerning her death.
Distinction.
A difference or contrast between similar things or people.
Examples:
Important distinction. Draw a distinction. I can't see any distinction between these two concepts.
Outlaw.
To make something illegal, noun, a person who has committed a crime or has been legally convicted of a crime.
Examples:
Outlaw racial discrimination. Outlaw cloning of human cells. Some communities began to outlaw alcohol consumption.
Framework:
The structural components of a building or object that support its weight and give it form, the underlying structure of a system, concept, or text.
Examples:
Legal framework. The framework of a house. He devised a new analytical framework to capture the phenomenon.
Participate:
To take part in something.
Examples:
Participate fully in conversation. Participate in the program. The majority of students actively participated in the college's intramural sports program.
Environment:
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Full-blown:
Fully developed or manifesting in its complete form, often used to describe a difficult situation or condition.
Examples:
Full-blown crisis. Full-blown epidemic. The hurricane hit the coast at full-blown force, causing widespread destruction.
Millennium:
A span of 1,000 years, or the 1,000th anniversary, plural, millennia.
Examples:
Past millennium. Millennium bottle of wine. Our world is in the third millennium.
Complicated:
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
A complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
Thrust:
To push or drive forcibly, to impose or insert. Noun, the force used in pushing.
Examples:
Thrust a dagger home. Thrust a plate away. The engine thrust the rocket into space.
Ordinary:
Not different, exceptional, or unexpected in any way, especially in quality, ability, size, or degree.
Examples:
An ordinary school. Ordinary annual revenue. The ordinary session of the Diet opened.
Fake:
Not genuine, fraudulent, or counterfeit.
Examples:
Fake police officer. Spread of fake news. The Prime Minister was not well prepared for the debate and faked it.
Function:
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
function properly, immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Device.
A piece of equipment, tool, or technology that serves a particular purpose or function, often mechanical or electronic.
Examples:
electronic device, tracking device. I always carry a backup device in case my phone runs out of battery.
Enact.
To make a law, to put something into practice.
Examples:
enact new legislation, enact the smoking ban. The government enacted this law in 1925.
Compute.
To make a mathematical calculation.
Examples:
compute an average score, compute the value. I tried to compute the efficiency of the investment.
Reset.
To set again or differently, to return to a previous state or condition.
Examples:
reset password, reset my brain. She reset the computer to fix the problem.
Distinguish.
To notice or understand the difference between two people or things.
Examples:
distinguish these two things. Distinguish man from the other animals. This study distinguished 4 different ways to run a business.
Zine.
A self-published or independent magazine, often with a limited circulation and focused on a specific topic or subculture.
Examples:
fashion zine, underground zine. She published her zine to showcase her art and writing.
Horrify.
To shock or disgust greatly.
Examples:
horrify audience, horrify victims. The series of terrorist attacks horrified the entire nation.
Surgery.
Medical treatment of injuries or diseases involving an incision with instruments and often removing or replacing some parts of the body, the branch of medical science that treats disease or injury by operative procedures.
Examples:
cardiac surgery, the professor of surgery. He had undergone heart surgery years before.
Nuclear.
Of or relating to or constituting the nucleus of an atom, deriving destructive energy from the release of atomic energy.
Examples:
nuclear fusion, use of nuclear power. Many countries have now agreed to a treaty banning the use of nuclear weapons.
Censor.
A person or institution responsible for examining books, movies, and other forms of media to determine if they are harmful or offensive and should be banned or altered. An official in charge of banning or suppressing information.
Examples:
Censor a book. Censor a TV program. The newspaper editor decided to censor the controversial headline to avoid backlash.
Mechanism.
A part of a machine, or a set of parts that performs a task, a natural or established process that occurs during a specific situation or reaction.
Examples:
The mechanism for DNA replication. Defense mechanism. He discovered unique mechanisms for photochemical reactions.
Engine.
A machine that converts thermal energy to mechanical work, something that has an important role used to achieve a purpose.
Examples:
A steam engine. An air-cooled engine. The policies he announces can be the engine of economic growth in the country.
Enactment.
The act of giving legal effect to a piece of legislation by passing it into law.
Examples:
Early enactment of bills. Enactment of a contract. The new law was passed by the government and became an enactment on the first of the month.
Concept.
An idea or principle associated with something abstract.
Examples:
Learn new concepts. Concept car. One such rapidly growing concept is quantum cryptography.
Innocent.
Not guilty of a crime, offense, etc., not having an evil mind or knowledge.
Examples:
An innocent child. Thousands of innocent people. My husband was found innocent of any crime.
Guilty.
Feeling responsible for or having done something wrong or criminal.
Examples:
Feel a bit guilty. Guilty verdict. After much contemplation, the suspect decided to plead guilty to the theft charge.
Reverse.
To change something's direction, order, position, decision, etc., to the opposite one, adjective, directed or moving toward the rear.
Examples:
Reverse the trend. Reverse the order. The restaurant reversed a ban on smoking.
Suddenly.
Quickly and unexpectedly.
Examples:
Suddenly attacked by an enemy. Die suddenly. Who answers suddenly knows little.
Burden.
A duty, responsibility, etc. that is oppressive or worrisome, a load, typically a heavy one that is difficult to carry.
Examples:
Carry a burden. Burden of disease. That car has a low environmental burden.
Proof.
A fact or piece of information that shows something is true or exists.
Examples.
Documentary proof. A geometric proof. Proof is better than argument.
Affirmative.
Indicating agreement, support, or confirmation, positive or assertive in tone.
Examples.
Affirmative decision. Affirmative action. The teacher gave an affirmative nod to let the student know they had answered the question correctly.
Dime.
An American or Canadian coin worth 1/10 of a dollar.
Examples.
Dime store. Behind a dime. He never received a dime, even from the company of a close friend.
Crush.
To press it firmly, usually with your hands or a tool, so that it becomes flat or smaller.
Examples.
Crush coffee beans. Crush a revolt. The car was completely crushed in the accident.
Inversion.
The action or fact of inverting something, or the state of being inverted, the reversal of the normal order or arrangement of things.
Examples.
Temperature inversion. Inversion layer. The inversion of the mortgage market led to a decrease in home values.
Twit.
A silly or foolish person, someone regarded as annoying or irritating.
Examples.
Celebrity twit. Neighborhood twit. Please ignore that twit on social media. Their opinions are irrelevant.
Hook.
A curved device used for suspending, holding, or pulling something, especially one attached to a surface for hanging things on, a sharp curve or crook.
Examples.
A hat hook. The curved shape of a hook. Please hang your towel on a hook.
Contribute.
To give something, especially money or goods, to provide or achieve something together with other people.
Examples.
Contribute a large sum of money to the fund. Contribute to society. Government workers cannot contribute to political campaigns.
Representative.
Someone who speaks or acts officially on behalf of another person or group of people.
Examples.
An official representative. Sales representative. The media representatives had special passes.
Senator.
A member of a legislative body, especially a member of the U.S. Senate.
Examples.
Junior senator. Senator term. The hawkish senator gave a speech on the new bill in the Senate.
Cosign.
To sign a document or agreement jointly with another person, often to indicate one's endorsement, guarantee, or acceptance of responsibility for fulfilling a financial obligation.
Examples:
Cosign the lease. Cosign an agreement. I trust my friend enough to let them cosign the loan with me.
Tradition.
A belief, custom, or way of doing something that has been passed down from generation to generation within a group or society.
Examples:
A tradition of a culture. Against tradition. It is a tradition in many families to have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all their relatives.
Prefer.
To like, choose, or want one thing or person better than another.
Examples:
Prefer physics to chemistry. Prefer a window seat. The birds prefer open water areas with reeds around them.
Encourage.
To give someone support, confidence, or hope, to persuade someone to do or continue to do something by making it easier for them and making them believe it is a good thing to do.
Examples:
Encourage a sense of affinity. Encourage antisocial behavior. They encouraged customers with a premium for loyal patronage.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Reversion.
The act of returning to a previous state or condition, a reversal of a previous trend or policy, a return to an earlier or ancestral trait or characteristic.
Examples:
Reversion to old habits. Business reversion. The author's new book is a reversion to their earlier works, with a focus on romance and drama.
Disallow.
To prohibit or refuse to allow something, to reject or withhold consent or permission for a particular action or behavior, to disapprove or refuse to accept as valid or legitimate.
Examples:
Disallow access. Disallow entry. They decided to disallow any further changes to the project plan.
Inconvenient.
Causing trouble or difficulty, not convenient or suitable.
Examples:
Face an inconvenient truth. Inconvenient for shopping. It was inconvenient for her to go out of her way to pick up the package.
Oddity.
Something unusual or different.
Examples:
Find an oddity. Genetic oddity. The two-headed snake was an oddity at the zoo.
Anomaly.
Something or someone that deviates from what is expected or normal, often in a way that is difficult to explain or understand.
Examples:
anomaly detection, global temperature anomaly. The sudden drop in the stock market was an anomaly that puzzled many investors.
Screw.
To turn something, such as a bolt, with a driver or wrench to tighten or loosen it. Noun, a cylindrical rod with a helical ridge used to fasten things together.
Examples:
screw the cap, a female screw. He had to screw the loose knob back onto the cabinet door.
Defeat.
To win against somebody in a fight, war, or attempt.
Examples:
defeat a global power, defeat body odor. Despite his best efforts, he was unable to defeat the enemy.
Convince.
To persuade someone or make someone believe that something is true.
Examples:
convince her to go with us. Convince an opponent. I am considering what I should do to convince him.
Hash.
A dish consisting of chopped or minced meat and vegetables that are mixed and then cooked, often served with potatoes. Purified resinous extract of the hemp plant, a symbol, hashtag, used on social media to indicate a specific topic or category or to add emphasis to a post.
Examples:
Hashtag hash brown patty. He added a dash of salt and a hash of pepper to the soup to give it extra flavor.
Assess.
To judge or decide the nature or quality of someone or something.
Examples:
assess a tax of £10. Assess the quality. Our company needs to assess the business impact of climate change.
Remedy.
A successful way of dealing with or improving an unpleasant or difficult situation or curing an illness.
Examples:
remedy for air pollution. An internal remedy. This drug will be a good remedy for your stomach trouble.
Democracy.
A form of government in which the people have the authority to deliberate and decide legislation, or to choose governing officials to do so.
Examples:
democracy advocate. Principles of democracy. Democracy often entails inclusive capitalism as well.
Handle.
To deal with a situation, problem, or strong emotion.
Examples:
handle a precious object. Handled the incident. We all should learn how to handle stress.
Meantime.
The interval or period of time between two events, the interim or temporary time period between two actions or stages of something else.
Examples:
meantime report. For the meantime. In the meantime, while we wait for the results, let's start working on the next project.
Warn.
To make someone aware of potential danger or difficulty, particularly one that may occur in the future.
Examples:
Warn a reckless driver. Warned me of the plan. I attempted to warn him, but he ignored me.